I was so confused on what I was watching. Like you, I couldn't watch it. It was unwatchable. All right, East vs. West. Oh, Jesus. Flashman Productions.
Number 17, boys.
Podcast 17. Funnily enough, we got East vs. West 17 coming up, but we were just having an interesting conversation about peaking for arm wrestling matches and the fact that, you know, some people make up excuses for deciding to take a match and then saying that they didn't have enough time to prepare for it.
Saying that before the match even kicks off, so that when whether you win or lose, it was like,
you're leaving something out there.
Didn't have time.
Maybe you should try me again when I have 8 weeks.
And I think we've harped on this before. Guys that refuse to hand the flowers.
Right, yeah. Give
the man his flowers.
Right.
I really would love for that to be a phrase people would get really familiar with and turn to each other and say, like, hey, man, I know you lost and you're scuffed up right now. Yeah. But go shake his hand. Give the man his flowers. Yeah. But that's a big deal.
Right.
Huge.
Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
Right. And you do see it in a lot of sports, especially in fighting sports, where they hug it out. One guy says to the other, it is never him saying, I wasn't ready for this. I came in ill-prepared. He's always saying, way to go, man.
That's the thing. I think the difference is in arm wrestling, it seems like since these rankings and stuff are like ongoing, like nobody ever has to prove themselves in a certain amount of time, that people don't realize that these matches are just who was better that day, not who is better than you all the time. You're going to be off sometimes. So what? If you don't agree to do the match, if you're going to make up excuses.
There's not enough money anyway. You're like getting 100 G's to show up. And I couldn't say no. We're not in that time.
It's an ego thing, too.
But if you were disciplined, you would say from this month, from February, March, April, I compete. That's my 3-month competition period. I'm going to hit these 2 tournaments during it, or these 2 super matches during that time. I'm going to peak train. You know, my power phase is going to go in. I'm going to deload, compete, offload, and then set myself up for my next one. So, because the one thing I can control is how prepared
you are. And it's not like you can't compete during your training, right, before peak, but you're going to pick a tournament that's a little bit lesser, something that we call for funsies, right? Where you're just like, well, I just came out of strength phase. I feel stronger. Let me see if I am stronger. Let me only focus on back pressure. And I'm just going to be focusing on pulling my arm towards myself until I get tired. And then I'm going to try to pin something like that. Gamify the whole thing, you know? And then when you go, you know, obviously into your peak and you're into your season, you shouldn't be just peaking for every match, guys. That's not how you should do it. You should peak for a season and you should maintain that level of fitness the entire time. That's how you do it. You guys, and even the elite guys, I see them doing it. And it's like, you're wasting so much of your potential trying to peak for every single match that you do, rather than just being ready for a whole season. And this shit's been, I mean, the science is already out. The literature is already out on how to do this stuff for humans in sports. So I'm just so sick of hearing like, top guys like building in excuses, like tell me you're scared without telling me you're scared. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's so crazy, man.
Yeah, it's pretty disheartening too for fans to hear it. And it's like, oh wait, am I gonna even like bet on you now?
Right. It's like, man, do I even want to see this match?
Do you know there's money on the line with this thing?
Yeah, and are you even trying your hardest now? Or are you gonna go up there and
no, because, well, as athletes, we know as soon as those thoughts creep in, you start making those excuses. You just defeated yourself. Sabotage. Yeah, self-sabotage. So it's just like, man, now we're going to go to, you know, I hate to say it, we're going to go to East vs. West, and one of these matches, I'm just going to be like,
we'll see.
It was great to not know, but now I'm just like, damn, one guy, he's already making excuses. It's crazy.
He took his clothes off and I was impressed. Oh, man. Come on now.
I don't know. It's nuts. Everybody, just wanted to take a moment to introduce you to Tier, one of our affiliate sponsors. I found Tier looking for some cross-training shoes, a nice, comfortable, but supportive and stable shoe that I can use for weightlifting and competing. These CXT1s are the best shoe on the market. The heel support is fantastic, the midsole support is fantastic, and the toe box is awesome. Plenty of room to move your toes out so that you can create the best base possible for when you're lifting. These are super comfortable. I find myself wearing these all day long and forgetting to take them off because of that comfort. www.tier.com. We have a 20% off discount code that you can use. I believe that the most important part is your feet on the ground. So you want to have something that has a lot of grip, but is also stable and allows you to move with agility. CXT1s, get you a pair. Hey guys, want to introduce you to one of our affiliate sponsors, Pharma. Pharma is a supplement company. I think they make great supplements. I've been using their stimulant version pre-workout, Edge of Insanity. This is blue lemonade flavor. I also have the non-stim pump only Venerade. So it's called Edge of Pump. Fantastic. Both of these will give you extreme focus. Edge of Insanity will actually bring you to the edge of insanity. I wouldn't take this anywhere near 4 hours before you go to bed, or you're gonna be sitting there thinking about how you can take the world over off of the edge of insanity. We have a 20% affiliate code, and you should hit their website up, psychopharma.com. You'll be supporting us, and you'll be getting the craziest pumps of your life.
You know, speaking of those matches, one of the guys I wanted to talk about today was Mendogas. Mm-hmm. And he did a video recently with Coach Ray where they wandered into a gym in crew cut socks and played games. And, you know, it's a cute video.
Shout out to Frank Kelly.
Yeah, shout out to Frank. Buy your homie socks. Frank, I still owe you money. but with that being said, they go in and they're like, Mendogas, what is it you do here? And you can tell it's definitely not his realm of expertise by any stretch of the imagination.
Not even a little bit.
But like if you have a guy who's competed as long as him and is as special as him, that doesn't mean if you go in and utilize a hammer strength bench press machine in such a way that you turn it into a JM press, that it is the goods. When you could just traditionally JM press.
Just do the JM press.
Yeah.
Like
those things are rough for me to watch. And I love Mendogas.
And I love Mendogas and Coach Ray. And I'm just like,
I have no idea what you guys are
doing. Oh my God. I'm going to share it.
Like, this sounds insane.
You can watch,
and he's
watch
like,
this.
I think guys should do pull-ups. I think JM press. And I don't know what else they should do. And it's like, damn.
Is this what Mendogas?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Like, so it was a voice of arm wrestling. Here, take it. And just watch it. We're talking, but it was a voice of arm wrestling video. I was very intrigued because I like.
I see what you're talking about with the socks.
I like Mendogas a lot. I like Coach Ray a lot, and I was like, oh, I'm about to see some special stuff, right? Like we all like to watch, you know, the guys that we look up to for training and advice, and just as fans, what they like to do in the gym. And it doesn't look like they go to the gym at all. Yeah. I was so confused on what I was watching. Like you, I couldn't watch it. It was unwatchable. I was like, what are you doing? You're using
catching a dumbbell?
No, but you know, that's kind of interesting.
That's cool.
I would say that was the coolest thing they did in the whole video.
There are way more effective ways to do what they were doing than throwing a dumbbell back and forth, catching it in your hand.
But like, you're talking to three people who are avid trainers looking at that going,
what? And now we're going to have these people copying that.
Oh, you all have videos on YouTube? Yeah.
So they're doing like the hammer strength chest press.
That's most of the video.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just so confused on like, just do a JM press. Like, and the JM press is not like an arm wrestling specific exercise. JM press has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
It works. Do that. But when you get on a machine that's not designed to target your elbows and you're trying to make it target your elbows when it's supposed to actually do the opposite. That's why you use machines. You use machines after you do your compound exercise. Yeah. It's to control, it's to build, it's to feel the actual muscle that you're working. Yeah. And
time and attention.
Right. And people are using these machines for like, that's their compound
attempting to create
that's like, oh my God, stop doing that. It's not good. I'm sorry, guys. Like, love your content. But no.
Well, I mean,
I don't think we should.
I think I might have told you guys this. When we were at the East versus West in Florida, I had a really brief conversation with Mendaugas. That was just really honest.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like, tell me, like, what is your strength? Like, what is the thing that you do in terms of training? He was straight up. He was like, dude, like, I just have really strong back pressure, pronation.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, he just has that gift.
Right.
I don't think he trains that much.
I think he has that gift because he started it at like 7.
Yeah. I think you're right. Like, most of them, when you look at their whole body put together, you're like, oh, they don't actually like work out.
Yeah.
They just
arm wrestle.
They're just arm wrestle.
Which is
right.
Hey.
Which is cool. But like, people need to be right.
There's Michael Todd.
There's Hermes. There's Michael Todd. Yeah,
but
all
that's
these
the
guys.
spectrum.
There is a spectrum.
The spectrum is guys who are just gifted, which is great, and then you have guys who have gifts, and then they increase.
Like we were talking about Hermes earlier.
Exactly.
Like
perfect
that guy.
example.
Exactly.
I mean, and he has the gifts.
A gifted
and
guy.
He's still what?
Yeah.
Like
Hermes is kind of Mendaugas.
Yeah.
But got all the sauce and all the training and all the eating.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was little.
He's a little guy.
He even looked a little like Mendaugas.
Yeah.
And he just morphed.
Yeah. Just everything got
everything got thicker.
But yeah, I just want to caution everybody, like,
don't do that.
Don't take what everybody says for actuality, because it's not.
It's like he's an arm wrestler, and that's what he does. And you should look at what he does technically,
right? And
you should see mentally how he goes about, his matches. But in terms of his training, not that great.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. It was not structured.
Yeah,
I didn't understand what he was really trying to do. But being that I do study exercising, I could see what he's trying to target, and that's what people should take away. It's like, look a little bit deeper and say, oh, he's trying to fortify his elbow.
This is the angle he's trying to do.
What are better elbow fortifying moves that I can do than what he's showing? That's what I'll tell you.
Like so far, there's only like 3 guys that I think when I watch their musculature training, that I would follow, that I would be okay with any client of my own following for this sport. It would be Hermes, Michael Todd, Todd Hutchings.
Yeah.
Todd Hutchings being number 1.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that even like his time in the game makes it even more clear that it's the way to go. Yeah. Because he started at like 36 and now he's a world champion.
Yep, almost 60.
Yeah.
Almost 60 years old and wiping 20-something-year-olds off the mat.
Yeah.
I think the proof is in the pudding. There's no better proof.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the Eastern Europeans too, but it's not in English and it's not structured.
And theirs is more like starting at 12. And they stick to the grind forever. It's part of their life.
Forever. Yeah.
Like Hermes is a perfect example of that. And he's a freak.
Right. Yeah.
And he ripped Todd to shredskis.
Oh, yeah.
Another level.
Like Vitali's training. And, I'm watching him do his training and they're talking about it. Apparently he has some good guys in his gym that can help him figure out the Michael Todd situation.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't think he's going to have any problems.
So Devin thinks he's going to kill him. Devin thinks that Vitali's going to get killed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just had an interview. And it sounded like he was saying, mind you, I was listening to this while training.
Yeah.
So it's on and off my ears. But that he was saying, he thinks because Vitaly has to flash matches. When Dave stopped the match, Vitaly lost.
Yeah.
He's like, if Dave stops the match and you lose, that's nothing compared to if Michael stops the match.
So
the stop is way crazier.
That was one of the things that they were talking about he has to work with. And he has a guy who is super strong down here.
Nice.
So he's training that we're getting stopped and trying to push through it.
Yeah, they dove pretty deep on this. It's like every match that's ever stopped for him lost. Like same with Morozov. Morozov had that stop on him. Had Morozov not got hurt. And Devin thought he was going to run Morozov right over. Yeah, because the angle's so high. Yeah, but
I mean, it goes to show you like how much power you lose.
Yeah,
as a longer form person, and the closer
in
it
the
gets
finishing position.
Yeah.
I think too, because he has so much time now. He's not, he's not a full-time truck driver. He's a full-time athlete. I think his repertoire, even though he is a natural top roller, that's mostly. I think you'll definitely see him do a press.
I think he can get there. For sure.
Like it's the move.
Yeah, for him, especially him being like, it's like this for him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like this is where he is. He could look at his pinky knuckle.
And he doesn't even have to go off the bat. He could take and turn. And to me, I think it's the best move in arm wrestling.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Yeah. I think it's the best move in arm wrestling.
Yeah. I agree. If you can get that hand on the inside and press,
it's pretty devastating.
Game over.
Yeah, it's over.
Especially with hand control.
Yeah.
And he might have some of the best hand control if it's not.
Oh, he has the strongest hand control.
I think he has the strongest hand control. We might look a little weird because we're at Enzo's house, standing up. So that's why.
Yeah, I kind of like the standing thing.
Yeah, the standing's cool. I like it a lot.
I just hope the audio comes out clear.
Yeah,
I think it should be okay.
It should be all right. It might be a little echoey. I think I'm a little loud right now. I could turn myself down.
But yeah, the standing thing's kind of cool.
Yeah, the standing's good. I like it. It can be a little bit more animated.
Yeah.
So we got East vs. West coming up.
Yes, sir.
Next weekend.
With a tournament that Friday.
Yes.
I think that's.
I'm fully.
Are you both in it?
No.
You're not going?
Spectator.
You're going to be in it.
Yep.
You're going to shock the world.
Gonna try.
198 or 209.
I wish it was 198, but
209.
And I'm prepped for it. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely the biggest I've ever been. So I'm waking up like 214 right now.
Awesome.
I'd like to be maybe a pound or two heavier in the morning, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. My water cut's it's gonna be interesting to see when I go into my water cut as I drink way more water, what it does to the weight.
Right.
Because typically I lose a couple pounds.
Right.
And it might settle me at like 211.
Okay.
And then my water cut is nothing. And what's that going to feel like? The scare is, for me, not, muscular dysmorphia Dustin, is that I'm going to cut too easy. And then when I go to put the weight on, I don't put the size on that I normally would.
Okay.
But I think what my mind needs to say is, damn, no stress during this one. I'm about to kill everyone.
Exactly.
That's it
right there.
Everybody who's stressed out, like, sorry, boys, I lost no power.
Dropping from over 230 or some shit like that.
Yeah, these 220s for sure. So it's going to be an interesting experiment, but I'm excited. This will be really fun.
Yeah.
Right.
And this potentially could be a big event.
Yeah.
And choosing this over nationals was really the choice that had to be made because this is in our backyard. And I'm not missing East vs. West for anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. I think this is going to be a great one.
It's going to be awesome.
So Friday event, I'll be up there Thursday, weigh in. Yeah. Friday event, then East vs. West on Saturday.
Yep. That's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
I hope they have all the laser lights going. I hope they have all that.
Well, the esports arena has the ability to do everything.
Yep. And they need to be. They better pay extra for that because I want to see. I want smoke. I want
it's
everything.
Not cooler than a Fortnite tournament.
That's
this
and those Fortnite tournaments, dude, are crazy.
Dude, Rocket League sold that place out.
Yeah.
Come on, arm wrestling.
Yeah, it's only like 2,500 people, I think. The capacity is like 2,500. So.
Oh, wow.
So it's a guarantee. Like, I think 1,700 was the capacity for Orlando, right?
Had to.
And there are people.
And there was people in the hallway. Yeah. This is way cooler.
Nuts.
This is way cooler.
Did we get the information on the after pool?
No. You know, I'm just gonna pray.
Publicize that so much.
Like, it's gonna be here. Like, get another place, a separate venue if you have.
And set up RSVPs.
Yes. Oh wait, no, they did. Remember? I'll cut this out if I'm not supposed to say it. I'll figure out a way to cut this out. But Billy said that there is an after pool. Remember, we have to pay to get in.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's not publicized, and I can't RSVP. I can't pay ahead of time.
No.
And I don't know what the cost is.
20. Oh, he didn't say.
No. We don't know. We know there's food. We know there's a bar.
Yeah.
The food is included. The bar is a cash bar.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
How many tables do you think they'll have?
I mean, if you're making me pay money to get in, there's got to be like 8.
You know how we do.
And you have to allow at least 100.
You know how we play and we go inside. It's like, we're gonna arm wrestle on a table,
and it's just us with the pros. I'm not even going there to arm wrestle with Devin. I don't give a shit about arm wrestling Devin. But there's a lot of dudes I want to arm wrestle with from the community.
Right.
Let's go have some fun with the boys. Don't let me show up and it's like, hey, you get to arm wrestle Todd Hutchins.
Yeah.
Cool. I love to work with Todd. Great.
Fantastic.
But I'm not blowing my wad with Todd.
Right. That's super
There's some internal people I want.
Well, speaking of which, is there anyone there at 209 that you're excited? Like Hope comes, shows up, or?
I mean, Robbie Carcinogenic would be cool.
Yep.
I don't know. No, not really. Yeah, anybody that comes, I'm just excited for everybody to be there.
I mean, there should be an East vs. West 17 like Facebook group chat.
Of course there should be.
Like they should have made one so people can get hype about it and like talk
one that
about
you could just drop into.
Yeah, and be like, what's up? Like, I'm going. Who's going to be there?
I'm sure they have that, but for like the VIP people.
I know. I'm just saying.
No, I know.
But you got VIP this time, yeah?
No.
Who got VIP?
Marcus.
Yeah, it would be smart if for them they created a channel.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
If you were going to RSVP to compete,
you should.
That would have been cool. Yeah, that would have been cool. Or like people who RSV to compete get a free ticket to the show.
Yeah. I thought they did.
No.
Oh no, didn't they do that?
No, if you can get if you buy a ticket to the show,
that's it.
You get your left arm for free.
You get your left arm,
I have no way to buy, like, it would have been a good way to flush in the tournament if you said, hey guys, you get a general admin ticket if you RSVP to the tournament.
Yeah, or even if it was a % off.
Sure. Anything.
20% off your
and then
admission.
you get access to this chat so we could all start talking shit.
Yeah. I don't know why nobody does prepay or RSVP to tournaments. It's such a smart way to do things. And that way, like,
so
promoters.
Know what the turnout's going to be.
You know what the turnout is, but you can also change the pricing.
Yeah.
You can have early bird pricing, on-time pricing, and late pricing.
Yep.
So it helps promoters also. And then obviously if you're scrambling at the end because more people want to come in, well, they paid extra. So it's like you're getting paid for your time.
Yeah.
Why aren't people doing that? Every other sport does it. I'm telling you. Every other sport.
Early bird special, there's real athletes that would be all over it.
All over it. And you can, the list starts getting made out. Not brackets, just list. Yep, this dude signed up. This dude signed up. This dude.
You could, there's probably guys that don't want people to know they're going. And maybe you could have a blind sign up too. This many people blind signed up.
You could, yeah.
Right? Like if you didn't want to, you could still get the early bird special, but you can blind sign up.
I think that's whack. I think just fucking do it day of then.
Yeah.
Just pay day of,
And most would.
Yeah.
But anything to encourage, because as you see a tournament pump up, that's the one you want to go to.
That gets you hyped up.
Yeah,
and then it's like
of 5 people, or you get a bracket of 22 people.
Right. Yeah, it's completely different. But also, like the promoters can incentivize it with prizes or cash prizes, regular prizes. Like, damn, okay, so we went over our normal thought of 200 entries. We got 350.
Yeah.
And these are all the people. And guess what? We're going to increase the payout.
Yeah.
Or we're going to, if we hit this number, we're gonna, give these awards away or whatever, or we incentivize it with Aries.
Yeah, right? Speaking of Aries, one of the things that Aries does that's really interesting with its Super 64, let's say it's Super 64 super heavyweights. Mm-hmm. So right-hand tournament, they get 64 guys to come. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, as someone who went to the 198 one, mm-hmm. you can go put your lefty to the test because all of them are going to pull left, mm-hmm. most, of mm-hmm. course, and you'll hit a bracket with 20 plus dudes in it. Mm-hmm. Super good time. Like if you're a super, watch for that, show up, because you'll finally get a bracket that's stacked with a bunch of people, and you'll get to beat that thing to death. Right. It was a really, really good time.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yes. Yeah, Aries should be an incentivizer of every event.
It'd be pretty easy. And we've talked with Corey and Frank about this, but making it some events like 3X events, you get 3 times the points, towards your whatever, your ELO, if you go and win this event. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. There's so much fun that you can have competing in this sport without being at the top.
Or like there's Aries apparel associated with Aries, and if you compete at this event, you get points, like you'd get points for being a Baskin-Robbins customer when you put your phone number in, right? Yep. If you go to this event, we give you this many points, and you turn your points in for a hat.
Yeah.
Or they can even associate apparel like TAL apparel, Armsports, the Arizona guys apparel, and you can turn it in, and they'll buy you a hat from that specific place. Right. Like, or Arizona stuff.
You know how the finals does pick your sponsorship?
Sick.
You're like, I'm going to be an Armsport X, athlete this year.
This is such a sick idea.
Your points go towards Armsport X.
Yeah, because that part in the finals, that game, the finals, when you go in right now, there will be 3 random sponsors that are all digital and cool. And if I choose to go under the guys that are wearing red and black, because I kind of like their patterns, all the stuff you earn through the season will be this red and black apparel. So you could be like, man, I'd like to represent the TAL. Mm-hmm. You go in, the TAL is your sponsor. There's no money exchange, but you go to those events, and you get points towards that apparel. That would be
sick. It's like you have to wear TAL apparel in order for this to happen, for it to count. So you have a hat, you have a shirt, you have to buy it yourself, but it's like that's what you're repping, and you go to these events, and you're getting points towards apparel from them. So that incentivizes.
Or even free entry.
Yeah, because we're paying to go to these events anyway. So if you incentivize more people to pay to go to these events, you're getting more money. They're going to keep doing it to get swag. It helps everybody.
I think that's a really good fun idea.
Yeah, that's super fun. That would be a lot.
I feel like Tim would be all over that, and Billy Bull.
Yeah.
Or you got to get the California guys involved with Bill.
Right.
That sounds so cool.
That's cool. That's cool. In the same vein of poor training advice, there's a guy who's coming that his teammate is going against. Oh, it's Asian guys. I think they're Filipino guys. He's going against
Hunter Knopfs.
Hunter Knopfs.
Lan?
Yeah. So the guy's going against Hunter Knopfs. What's his name?
I think Lan or something like that.
His friend, Eastside Armwrestling.
This is the guy that shoots the videos.
Yeah. He made a peaking for East First West. Apparently, he's going to enter the tournament, which is dope.
Yeah. He's strong.
Once again, but his training advice is terrible.
Yeah.
Right? He was talking about he doesn't like to warm up for training because he thinks he's going to not have enough to finish his workout. I'm like, dude, what? This is why all these arm wrestlers, their first pull is terrible because their central nervous system's like, what? You never trained it to turn on.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? On top of the rep scheme and this RPE bullshit. Guys, just lift the weight as much as you can, as often as you can. Stop making this shit difficult. We don't need to do this. You guys are trying to recreate the wheel. It's very simple, and you actually don't have to do arm wrestling specific exercises as much as you guys are doing them.
Especially if you're not fit.
If you're not
fit.
Yes. Like, what?
If you've never deadlift, squatted, or benched, well, that'll change your whole life.
Your whole life.
Not just
you
arm
will
wrestling.
be so much stronger in arm wrestling, but also you'll be able to
confident as a human being.
Pick up some shit outside.
Yeah. Like a girl. And that's important.
It's very important.
Pick up something like a girl. I love it. Finally.
You know, your nerdy ass with scrawny arms.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I mean, you don't, most of you guys you're training your forearms, and your forearms are looking bigger than every other muscle on your body.
Bigger than their
it just
biceps.
looks weird. Yeah, it's not.
Well, that's the thing.
Not a good look.
Everybody, like when you're especially nowadays, being weird is like the new cool.
It's the cool.
And it's just like, no, just be fucking cool.
Yeah,
man.
just be cool.
That's it. Lift shit.
Yeah.
Be strong, have big biceps, have some legs, grow some ass. Be all right.
Right. Yeah.
Have a strong lower back.
Have a strong lower back.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
It's huge.
How often we do this in the world.
Right. Well, and how much you have to do it at the table.
People that work for me getting hurt picking something up.
That's crazy.
I'm like, what?
It's 50 pounds. And you
like, they got to throw pallets away?
Yeah.
And they're like, I got hurt throwing the pallets away. I'm like, what? What?
Your ass needs to stretch for something.
You need to eat.
That's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
So, once again, if you can't tell, I have a big problem when I see stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure.
I had to bring it up.
Let's go down the East versus West card.
Yeah, we can do that because I feel like there's additions all the time, but maybe that's just because I'm not paying attention.
No, it's pretty solid. I think one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most at this point, while you're looking for that, I'll say, is I'm very interested in how John Theron does.
Craig, that is something for you.
Yeah, no. I think that Craig is so much.
Yeah.
That I don't think there's even an if. And I love John. He's like one of my favorite dudes. Mm-hmm. He did something recently that I love so much.
What did he do?
So this guy tried to DM John's wife.
Oh,
it's so good.
He put him on blast?
Yeah. So wait, let me get to it. No, let me get to it.
Okay.
Oh,
so he reached out to a bunch of dudes that know John and was like, does anybody have his wife's number? I'd like to get a hold of her.
Yeah.
I think she's super hot. And so John goes and makes an Instagram of his wife on a leash. And she's like on the ground, and it's really funny. And he's like, "Don't worry, dude. She'll be with me this time. I'll make sure she doesn't get too far away, so you don't get all weird." I'm like, John, you're the fucking shit.
That's hilarious. 100%. I love that his wife is.
I also love that he takes these photos with this crazy forearm with a cigarette in his mouth, and like a twisted tea in his mouth. I'm like, bro, you're so you that it's fucking amazing.
That's great.
That you're so good.
It's so good. That dude's good vibes too. I only met him that one time in Houston.
Real chill.
Yeah.
Super chill, dude. Very nice. Even his wife talked to my wife, and she was like, "Oh my God, they're really nice people." I'm like, "Yeah, most people are."
They're like great people.
Yeah, super nice. Super nice people.
Yeah, that match is going to be really interesting. For me, though, So...
You want to go in order?
The Tullier match... The thing with Craig is fouling.
Oh, his elbow.
The elbow. That's the thing that I'm like really concerned
I would
about.
force that. What do you think that is? Do you think it's his back pressure because his arms too short?
Side. No, he goes with so much side, but people usually give him a lot of back pressure. And as he goes sideways, it pulls his elbow up. Man, I can do it.
It's kind of like Ian.
Yeah. I can do it to Ian whenever I want. Yeah. Like if I both feet under the table with Ian and he goes sideways, he'll either hop or bust.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a funny little weapon.
Wouldn't you just train that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ridiculous back pressure.
And John has ridiculous back pressure.
Yeah.
But he's a side machine too, so it's gonna be
a war, man.
But Craig does it flat wristed.
Yeah.
And John curls that bitch up.
Right.
I don't think that he gets the opportunity to curl that bitch up.
Yeah.
I think it's going sideways no matter what, and he's going to have to catch it here.
Yep.
And if he can stop
a lot
it,
of power, man.
You know, can he Frodo Hoagland that thing and smile at everybody with a stop and beat him?
I don't think so.
I don't know. John's also
beast.
an animal.
Yeah, but Craig, man.
Craig's side pressure is crazy.
Insane.
Yeah,
I think he's going to flash.
I see Craig taking that decidedly.
It's quite possible,
yeah. 3-0.
Yeah.
Shark it's not 3-0.
Sorry, the beginning was
whoa, Shark and Arson.
That's what I'm saying. There's like matches that are coming up.
And Arson beat him last time.
Yeah.
And Shark, I just saw Shark put out a video telling Arson to pack a lunch.
Woo! Okay.
That's a fun one.
Bro. Yeah. This is a very exciting match for me.
Oof, that's so
very
fun.
exciting.
Yeah. I like both.
Yeah, Andre Shark and Arsen Kachataran.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. That's gonna be such a banger. Andre, he's been doing his thing.
Yeah, man.
And he's big.
And he's big.
Yeah. And that's a guy who knows how to train.
Oh, 100%.
That's a guy who knows how to train.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're meeting at 232.
Yeah, light heavyweight. Yeah.
Big boys.
That's gonna be such a good match. We already talked about Hunter.
Yep, Joseph and
wait.
Cody Wood.
This is Hunter and Mendagas.
Oh, Hunter and Mendagas, lefty.
And it's the same with Andre and Shark. I mean, Arson and Shark.
I don't know what Mindy's lefty is like. I know what Hunter's lefty is like. I felt him lefty. We pulled. It's great.
Yeah.
And it's immense side. But is Mendagas left like his right?
He
seems pretty close.
I don't know, but he looks like
has he beat Daniel lefty? Yeah, he looks normal.
He looks normal.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I think what Mindy will have quite possibly against Hunter is the technical ability and the ability to hold and bleed him out.
Yeah, Hunter's just a maniac.
Yeah. So that's going to be the thing. If Hunter can flash him, that would be great. But I mean,
dude, I'll cut both hands and bleed for you, Hunter. Win this match. I love you.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm the guy who would cut my hand and cut his hand.
Yeah.
That's my brother. Yeah. Oh, I love that guy. We sat and talked for a hot fucking minute last time we were on the table. And we laid in on each other really hard. And it was like, okay, we're friends.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, we're friends. Yeah, he's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And you know how ready he's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
yeah, of course.
He's going to light that whole motherfucker on fire.
Yeah.
He's the Connor of North America.
Yeah, 100%.
In this sport.
100%.
Right? He puts you on your feet.
Yeah.
Some kind of X factor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Especially when we're in Orlando, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Crazy.
God.
Yeah, we were just...
About 8 seconds of arm wrestling.
Boom. Yeah. That's it.
That shit was quick.
Yeah, shout out Doug.
Yeah, 5 of it was getting a grip.
Yeah. Craziness.
Beast.
Cody Wood and Joseph Moranto.
That's going to be
exciting. This is right-handed?
Yes, it's right.
That's going to be a straight hook war.
It's going to be crazy, right?
Yeah. It's going to be super crazy.
Man, Cody Woodman.
Cody, bro. I'm watching his training videos. He's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I think he's a problem for anybody.
Yeah. I don't know. Good luck, lightweights.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, how he gets his frame into that weight is
crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He's big, man.
Big all the way around.
Yeah, he looks wide. He's got a big back.
Yeah.
He might not have any legs.
That's fine.
He kind of does.
Yeah.
No, he does.
Really?
He was a track athlete.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So he might not have any legs.
No, they're there. You're right. You're right. Yeah, he's got legs like me. That's fair. Like if his upper body was normal, he would have good legs.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure.
Because
that's cool, Cody. I get it.
But he is super lean.
Fuck yeah. Swole up.
Lean. Yep.
Joseph's pretty swole up too, though.
Sir.
Like he's built for arm wrestling. He's trained by John.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's got to be dexterous. Like I bet you he has lots of different angles. He just happens to be very comfortable inside.
Yeah. Which, we were watching, was that King of the Table?
Yeah.
And versus
Palco,
yeah. I didn't think it was going to go that decidedly.
No, I didn't know.
I was like,
I remember after the first match, I was like, oh, okay, Palco's going to do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then that dude was like, no.
Apart. Yeah. And I was like,
and he does coil it up a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Cody kind of drives outside his shoulder and kind of lat drags sideways. And like a hook, but more like I would hook and not like that crazy inside, shoulder forward. It's going to be a war.
It's going to be another banger.
But yeah, I think Cody's too much. I do.
Yeah, I would say so. He looks like he's too much.
Yeah.
Compared to even just that match. That match wasn't that long ago against Kevin.
No.
And seeing his form now, like he's super peaked. Like it's pretty crazy. Hunter Niles versus Valen Lowe, right-handed.
I don't even think that's a match.
I don't think it's a match.
I think he goes right through him.
Right, because Engen is doing the right thing and setting him up to be victorious.
Yeah.
Mindy probably loves humbling North Americans and is going to do his thing to Hunter.
Well,
I get it. He's going to try. And I'm sure he is, actually.
Yeah.
If his left is like his right.
Yeah.
But we're still going to foster Hunter up through these ranks.
Yeah.
He's going to crush a Swedish guy last time.
Yeah.
Now he's going to crush this Asian cat.
Yeah.
Sorry, homie.
Yeah. It's smart.
Yeah.
It's a smart way. Maybe they listen to a
he's
flash
going to
pin.
get to be loud and be crazy, and we're going to all love him.
Yeah.
And look forward to the next one.
Well, like we talked about on the last podcast, it seems like they're giving him the right rise.
Yeah.
You know.
I think
definitely.
I think that first match that they were trying to set him up with, I think that would have been too much.
Yeah, that would have been
Who was the first one?
It was starts with an A, but he ended up losing anyways to the other guy. But that was still a great match. But those guys were.
Yeah, well, let's bring Hunter up right first.
Yeah.
Yes. We talked about Craig and John.
Yeah.
Cody Merritt and Gedney Prudnick.
Lefty.
Ooh.
Left arm.
Yeah.
Is Prudnick's left arm dope?
No
Does he have any victories that?
I have no idea.
Who has he
We can
beat
check
lefty
real quick.
that is?
I mean,
Has he had an East versus West match lefty?
He went against what's his name? The dude with the glasses. Well, he doesn't wear glasses, but he's
with the little baby glasses that get smaller and smaller and smaller with each event.
Not that
we
guy.
love so much.
No, not that guy.
Kalina.
Yes.
Shout out Kalina.
Man, who's the other Kazakhstani dude? That's
Not Nurbayev.
not Armwrestling.
Yeah, Prudnick is just so much more fit than Cody.
He Moratov, Tobias Sprong, David Daddy.
He beat Tobias?
Let me see.
No.
Left arm matches.
Tobias beat Corey lefty.
Left. He lost to Alizan Moratov.
That's it, Alizan.
He beat David Daddy Khan.
That's pretty sick.
Yep.
He lost to Devin, he beat Todd Hutchings in 22.
That was right. Yep.
Right.
And he left.
Tobias Sprong won.
3-0, right?
3-0.
Yeah. I mean, Tobias beat Corey. Whoa.
Yeah.
If he would have beat him,
there's no chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah, that should be a pretty equally matched up.
Yeah, I think that Cody's the guy. Corey West is the guy, lefty, North America. If we'll see what it is like with Devin.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But he has beat Cody.
Okay.
Cody Merritt is no slouch. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
No.
But man, Prudnick is an athlete.
Yeah.
But he's going to give up 80 pounds.
Too much size, I think.
How many?
Give up 80 pounds.
Yeah, I think.
80?
Yeah, I think.
Cody's 350 pounds.
I thought he'd give up
100.
I mean, I don't know how big Prudnick can get. He might
not care though. He seems like the type of dude that's like, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
just gonna be fit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen there. You guys would know more than me.
No, I'm just gonna root for Cody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think so.
100%. Next match: Matt Mask versus Ongabai.
Yes! This should be really
We'll
interesting.
talk about. So both of these guys get buck wild at the table. right?
I mean, but like quietly buck wild.
Yeah.
And then
Armwrestling is just like
yeah.
inside himself.
Yeah.
And Matt Mask is just wild.
Come on.
Yeah. Smashing.
I mean, I think it's the scariest dude to be across from in arm wrestling.
Yeah, and he's an oil rig.
6'6".
Like Foreman. Man, I want to get him mad. You know?
So Ungerbayev is just coming back from an injury. So,
is he?
Yeah. So he got
on the right. On the right.
I believe so.
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe so.
They're competing on the right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ungerbayev's been gone a while. I think Ungerbayev is my favorite arm wrestler to watch in terms of studying the game.
Yes.
Him and Irakli for me. I mean, I really, really love the way they bowl.
Yes.
I think he's a lot, but the hand of the wild horse might be crazy for this.
Yeah, the hand is always crazy, but again, I think the amount of back pressure, side pressure.
But I think, doesn't he like have a post too, or is it just the side pressure?
Who are we talking about?
Ungerbayev.
Oh no,
like
he has everything.
Like it feels like, it looks like he's just like this.
Yeah, but it's definitely
pretty much
up. For sure. I mean, I think he can go wherever.
And I think he also has the ability to bring it in.
Yeah.
So
right, because he's done it since he was 7. You could do anything.
Yeah.
That means you could do anything.
Anything you want.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt anywhere. That's normal.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good match, though. I actually don't know who's gonna win this.
I'd like to. It's kind of Matt.
I mean, Matt for sure,
Matt
but
Mask too.
I think it's kind of up in the air.
And I love Ungerbayev.
It's hard when you're like.
But I love watching Matt Mask lose his goddamn mind.
Lose.
Like, at least let him win.
And he's been winning too.
I just want him to win the first round, so he can get really excited.
Yeah.
And maybe get in a weird war, get a press, do something weird and win.
That'd be fantastic.
Bust his hand, break it to pieces or something.
Yeah.
Send him back to injured reserve. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm into all
wild horse.
Yeah, we're wild horsing.
That's gonna be good. Sarah Bachman, Jocelyn Brisson.
Yeah.
This will be an interesting Sarah Bachman, right?
I don't even know.
On a different set of peptides, a different build. It's not bigger. She didn't get bigger for this.
No, it's open. So
she's going to come in at like under 190 pounds.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. And Jocelyn ain't no joke. Jocelyn. That should be her name, by the way.
Ain't no joke, Jocelyn.
Ain't no joke, dude. Yeah. She literally said to me, when I compete against most people, I don't get to use all my power. It kind of sucks that I don't get to lay.
Oh, this was up in Washington State?
Yeah. No. This was actually in Dallas.
Oh,
she
really?
competed in Dallas,
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And she was just so dominant. Like, a whole nother league.
Really?
Yes.
Is that crazy?
Super crazy.
Has she ever gone against Sarah before?
Yeah, she beat Sarah last time they went against each other, but it was in a round-robin format.
Okay.
It was a very different situation.
Yeah.
Sarah, I don't think thought it was going to be crazy.
I don't think it's going to get easy.
And she now is getting better. She's got a half table that she trains on.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Are you talking about Jocelyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Sarah knows what she's doing.
She does.
Yeah.
And she looks like she has never... Her training regimen this whole time looks phenomenal.
Awesome.
So it's just, it seems to me she would know the game, though. And as you get slimmer, there is no world, in my opinion, that I've ever gotten slimmer and stronger.
Yeah.
Not when
takes,
you're already fit.
Yeah. Well, it has to be a very long process.
Really long.
Years.
But if you shed 3% body fat, let's say, but lost 12 pounds at 190 pounds or at 200 pounds flat, down to 188. Yeah. There's no question. Yeah. I've definitely done it with really low body fat. And I feel better if we were doing track and field.
Right.
Or if it was I need you to go from this point to this point, even if we were walking and moving things, I would be better lighter. Yeah. But not at a
strength sport.
Strength sport. Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be tough.
She could be faster, but I mean.
Yeah, but that's like.
That's super.
It's like a grape versus a wall.
Yeah,
the grape will never win. Yeah, it can go real fast though.
Yeah,
but
that's a wall.
Yeah, it's a wall,
especially at supers.
Yeah,
when you're talking about, she's probably going to give up 90 pounds.
Oh wow.
Oh, for women, that's decent. Yeah.
Especially if the other girl has a hand.
Right.
And Jocelyn has it.
Yeah. So it'll be this. If Jocelyn wins this, it sets up Jocelyn and Gabriel.
Gabby.
Gabby.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Woo! That would be a North American fun. Oh man.
And then Barbara.
Or if Sarah wins, Barbara's beating it. Like, come on.
It's like, no.
Yeah, I think she's so far.
Yeah.
It's like from me to Levon.
That's
thinking super
mountains that we can't even see.
Yeah, I do. I think she's somewhere. But I will say, Jocelyn is the girl that has the frame to fight a Barbara.
Yes.
Okay.
Jocelyn is much bigger, but it's hard to root against Sarah. Sarah's amazing. She's obviously an amazing human being.
Yeah,
she seems
absolutely.
Very, very genuine in every way.
Yeah.
So, get it, Sarah. But Jocelyn is a fun-loving country girl.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ooh, a fun one.
Giannis and Mendogas, right on.
I think Giannis is dead.
I think Giannis is dead too.
He's super dead.
He'll look really nice up there.
Yes.
And he'll do everything perfect.
Right.
To the end. You know what? Maybe he makes a war of it. I just think Mindy's ceiling has been higher. We've talked about this before, where he went against Giannis in Giannis's peak form and won.
And
that was some years ago.
But not even just like he was showboat.
Yep.
During that match.
It's the best part of Mendogas.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. Move him?
No. No.
Like he did Corey.
Imagine.
No.
Imagine they get the clips of that, and it's just like
starts going lower and lower. Just like on his,
he's holding his elbow.
He just like cranks it over his arms.
Oh man. You're like, okay, you're weird.
Yeah, I mean, so
Mindy's
okay.
special.
Mindy and Justin Bishop. Mindy smokes him, right?
Yeah, because I think Artem smokes Justin Bishop.
He doesn't smoke him.
You think it's a battle?
No, I think Artem.
Mindy?
I think Artem smokes Justin Bishop.
Mindy.
Wait.
I think that Artem smokes Justin Bishop.
No. Yeah. Artem that just went against Auden?
Yeah. I think he smokes him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and Justin Bishop is much smaller than Artem.
Yeah.
No, but have you not seen the war between Bishop and Mindy?
Yeah.
And that was East
Mindy
versus West.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mindy.
Like
No, I know.
That was like East versus West.
What I was getting to is that Mindy just handled Artem like a child.
Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to get at. So
I don't think Artem can handle Bishop at all.
Really?
Yeah, who's Bishop beat recently?
I don't know. The only reason I brought
and
up
I love Bishop. Don't get me wrong.
Giannis got in a really that was kind of a burner against Justin Bishop.
Big time. Yeah. Put the brakes on him. They had a big fight.
He goes right through Justin.
But he doesn't go right through him though.
I think he goes.
They've already had a war, dude.
Yeah, I need to go watch that.
Yeah, they had a war. It was good.
Really?
Like it wasn't 3-0.
No, it wasn't 3-0.
Was it left-handed?
No. Was it?
I'm looking right now. This is a really cool website called Armwrestling Armwrestling for Nerds.
Oh, nice.
And they have like all the top guys on it in all their matches. So, okay, there it is. Justin and Mendogas. Mendogas won 3-2 right-handed.
Yeah, it was a war. There you go. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was
2022.
What was that? East versus West 6 or 7?
East versus West 5.
5. There we go. Yeah. That was a good match. Like Bishop brought it, man.
Bishop's legit, and his hand's super crazy. Yeah, so then that's the match I want to see.
All right, then this is a match.
So it actually might be a better match than we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just got to get his head in the game.
Yeah.
Come on, Giannis. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
Chafee and Georgie.
Chafee goes
I fucking love
right through fucking Georgie.
Yeah.
Chafee's back,
Let's just leave it at that.
Chafee's back, baby.
Dude,
easy money.
He said
That's it.
Dude, if he goes to Georgie like butter, oh my god.
Yeah,
that means
it.
that,
I think that
means he gets to go against anybody, and I would like it to be him versus Jerry.
Yeah.
Yes.
So fun.
Because the way Georgie handled Clueless was really impressive.
Yeah.
And Georgie now is actually trained.
Or Dave versus Golden Dragon.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Ooh.
That's fun. I like that one a lot.
It might be a lot.
Well, then he doesn't need to go against Jerry.
Yeah.
Because I think Jerry... That's the match, by the way, Jerry and the Dragon. Can we just watch them back? What? Can we see this?
So what happens?
I think
I know, right?
You think it goes
they just
over
explode.
Like that? They're just like...
They just explode.
Yes.
And then like fireworks and they both go Super
Dragon
Saiyan.
is swirling around. Jerry looks like Venom with
his tongue gets longer.
I've never seen like two floppers like go
together
against each other. Like we all know like in a strap, like someone's gonna slip out of the strap.
If anybody does know that match, tag it in any of these videos.
Yeah, please, because that's very, very interesting.
Let's get to this next match.
John Brzank versus Yoshinobu Kanai.
Oh, man.
Dude, the whole place is going to stand up for John. Did you guys see Devin cry over this match?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Devin thinks it's John's last match. He's going to get back surgery.
Yeah. I think this is...
once John gets back surgery, it's over.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, I love John, but man.
The only match that I saw Yoshi against was... Todd. That was a crazy match.
I mean, so crazy.
One of the coolest matches I've ever seen.
One of the most legit open top rolls you've ever seen.
Yeah, where it wasn't the silly Kings move.
No, it was a
legit open top roll. Beautiful.
Back and forth. And,
he would take it over my God, it was beautiful.
Fantastic.
I really want John to win.
Yeah,
I'm going to throw a clip of this in because it was magic.
Yeah, it was magical. Yeah. And John's last match against Leonidas was magical. Like, had we had a phone out to go around the room one time with and capture the explosion,
you guys at home had no idea
because they couldn't hear it like it really was.
I went back and watched. I'm sure you guys did too. Yeah. There was no sound on the stream.
Dude,
the whole room,
level of crazy.
Like I think we lost our voices.
It was like people were at a Michael Jackson. That's right. There were girls crying. People were holding their babies up.
I'm pretty certain I teared up.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Almost certain I teared up.
And John looked out at everybody. And his hands went up, and everybody's hands went up. I didn't even know I liked John that much.
Right.
I'm just like, so American.
Yes. With USA chants were going.
Wild. It was strong.
The only difference is the seating is a little bit more spaced out at this place. So you think so?
I do. I think it's going to allow us to not be so hot.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying,
sweaty,
I think
uncomfortable.
We didn't care at that point.
No,
we were all like,
everybody got nuts.
Yeah, we're just here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like my wife, who could give a fuck less, she was like, John! I was like, all right.
Yeah, get into it, girl.
Man, it was crazy.
That was super great. He's not gonna have a say in absorbing any of the energy. Like it's just gonna take him over.
Yeah.
Everybody chanting, screaming for him. It does something special to you.
Yes.
That energy you cannot ignore. And he said he used it to get through that match.
Yeah, man.
And I don't think John's the type of guy to say stuff like that.
No.
You know.
And he totally turned to everybody and he was like,
yeah, it wasn't for you. I would have been just like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't typically want to hurt like this. Yeah. And he's like, while I'm hurting, he's like, oh, okay. I guess I gotta try harder, man.
Awesome.
It was magic, man.
It was. It's literally the reason why I'm going to this.
Of course.
And you guys have to experience it. Try to find a way to get there.
Yeah.
Like
it might be a good send off for John kind of moment.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is that they have a really deep history, these guys.
Yeah.
And Yoshi just has the most.
Doesn't Yoshi go against John in Pulling John?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the end.
Oh my goodness!
And
Yeah,
he
with
talks
the hair.
about how
Is that crazy?
How much
Your
of
mind
an
just
honor?
explodes.
How much of an honor it is to go against John?
Yeah.
Because like it was in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Huge deal.
I remember the yellow shirt.
Yeah.
That
was him.
Whoa!
Mind shattered, dude.
Imagine that, like coming back around. Like, how long was that? Was that like
that's at least
early
90s, right?
What?
No, 15 years? 15 years?
15 years easily. Yeah, it had to be 1991.
At least over, I would
Holy
think.
shit, yeah, over.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
so insane. And they're both still doing it.
Yeah.
That's magic. There's really no other sport that you can...
Is it like 30 years ago?
That's what I'm trying to get to. I was like 15. I was like, man, I'm thinking it's like 25 plus.
Wait, Pulling John was like early 2000s?
No, 90s. Let's figure that out.
That's a good thing.
God damn it. That sounds crazy.
Hold on.
30 years go by and they're about to compete again? No. I'm thinking it's 93.
2009 is when Pulling John.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
so they probably competed in like 2005, 6.
we can look. I don't know if he's going to have one. I'm going to look.
All the way back on
We're
that
like
same
early
episode.
90s.
Yeah. Okay, so it's been 20 years almost.
Yeah.
Right? 19-ish years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. But he looks so old. I feel like Yoshi looks older than John.
Compared to his picture from that movie?
Exactly.
Yeah. John looks the same.
Yeah.
Weird. He's a white dude. That's not normal.
Yoshi was so big, too. He looked like Yoshi.
Yeah, he looks like a Yoshi. Yeah, for sure. Like he eats eggs. That's great.
Let's see.
It's got to be like 2005, 6. Because they probably filmed all of that, then had to make the movie. They followed those guys for a long ass time.
2006.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So nearly 20 years.
Wow. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Holy crap.
And
so
Yoshi has the last win on John. So John beat him, then Yoshi beat John.
This is going to be incredible.
This is
what a send-off.
But being able to still compete at a high level
it's kind of
into your 60s in a sport, like as a professional, there's nothing else that does that. Like
in a strength sport.
Yeah, in a strength sport.
You know,
insane.
Like I can't think of another sport that's like that, where you're like still on the same stage as everybody else. You're not in like a great
golf is
it's not a strength sport.
No, not
I'm talking about
sport. But I mean, even any sport, really, there's very few that you're 30 years competing and here you are
still
at the top
with everybody else.
Yeah. In angles that some of the best young studs can't hold.
Right.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they've got it all.
That's so crazy to think about. And they're both coming back around. Wow, what a ride.
Yeah.
Just think all the shit that these guys have been through.
Yeah. This is going to be crazy. All right.
It's Devin Morat, Corey West, lefty.
Main event?
Looks like it.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I'm going for Corey.
That's the sound of I'm over to Devin.
I'm going for Corey. You know, I would really like to see him get this win.
Yeah, Devin thinks it's not even close. I mean, of course he does. He said he's just going to shit on Devin.
How do you think Corey's training's going? Do you think that Michael Todd's like, okay, we have to hire some hecklers, so every time we get on the table, they just try to rattle you the entire time?
I think Corey gets pretty riled up.
Yeah, and I think it's bad for him.
Bad for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't
he doesn't know how
to beat your ass.
Yeah.
And he needs to go into beat your ass.
Yeah. No, he gets into I'm frustrated.
If they were fighting,
yeah,
I'd be damn Corey about to kill that man.
Yeah.
Because Corey has a very humble demeanor.
Yeah.
And like Robbie Burnett and him, they got into it. And he was really riled up.
Yeah.
Can we channel that appropriately, Corey?
Right.
Maybe they've been having those talks.
Yeah.
Devin said he's
was
going to train all the way up to 2 days before.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's going to pull. Who cares?
Yeah.
He's like, if I can't get off the couch and beat you, Corey, I don't belong in left-hand arm wrestling.
Yeah, but once again, this is
Devin
what we were talking about at the beginning is
built-in
excuses.
Yeah.
fuck, man. Like, if even the guys at the top are doing it, everybody else is doomed.
But Devin does it with a whole bunch of shit talk behind it that makes it so if he loses, there was no built-in nothing at that point because we're all gonna like laugh at you. It's one of the beauties of Devin, right? Is that he talks so much shit that if he loses, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
unless it's Levon.
Right.
It's kind of like when he lost to Gennady.
Yes, like that.
That was a hard one to watch because it was like, dude, like,
just cut it out. They're both just doing it. And like, oh my god, guys, you guys.
Well, I mean, the last match was 45 minutes long.
So also saying that it now transferring that same clowniness that we laugh about to his sons. Right? When I heard that Auden lost to Artem, I was like...
Well, and he, like, stops the match, tells Artem he's dead already.
Crazy.
Wow. And it was like, whoa. I just flashed you.
Yeah.
What world are you living in?
Where?
Yeah. and I would love to root for Auden and, root... Because Devin's family, what a beautiful thing to have. You 100%. All arm wrestle together. Your wife's fucking amazing. You've done amazing things in your life. I just think that they gotta work on him being his own guy. Humility.
I mean, and granted, like I'm sure behind everything, he's a cool kid.
I'm sure
he's humble, but man, it's kind of gross when you seeing him up there, and it's like, dude, you never even been to a world. You never even been to a youth world championship.
Yeah.
Like, how dare... I mean, it's slightly disrespectful.
Yeah, it is. It's like you had your high school tournaments or whatever, but like... I guess, did he? Isn't there some Canadian championships?
Yeah, he's had to have won anything Canadian, right?
I don't know.
But I would assume he's good enough to win anything Canadian. No doubt.
Yeah, but it's because
he's good.
Yeah, but then... Well, that's my thing. It's like, well, why don't you guys... Come
Get
to
him
the
in
Northeast, North America, the United States, and why don't you do some tournaments here?
But I think it's because he already makes money.
And that's fine. That's fine. But that shit dries up when you lose.
Yeah. Like, all his credibility is quite possibly sinking.
100%. And it's not to say Artem isn't the dude. Artem is a secret killer.
Oh, he's really good.
People sleep on that dude because he jokes around a lot. He's always with Travis. Blah blah blah. That dude is serious about Travis.
Yeah, he loves arm wrestling.
Loves arm wrestling.
Yes, and he's been competing for a long time.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's why that match.
I was like, this is. I don't understand the point of this match, but maybe I was drinking some of the Kool-Aid too because Artem's been he's in the spotlight.
Artem needs to go, or not Artem. Auden needs to go against Landon.
Yes, out of North Carolina, whatever.
Yeah, Tennessee maybe.
Yep.
But either way, the Southeast, young dude. Yep. This North American kid's kind of killing it at 220.
Right.
Meet at 220. Right. There's a lot of fun to be had.
There is. Yeah. Wow.
For sure.
And that kid has called him out too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. We even said we would set it up on Flashman.
Yeah.
They wanted to do it,
But I'm sure they talk humility behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Devin has a pretty dope family for sure.
But I think he's just not a roller coaster. He's like a giant boulder going downhill. Like, you can't just stop. Like, it's something has to happen for him to stop, which is why at East vs. West in Orlando, I keep forgetting the number that it was, after the whole theatrics where, Artem goes flying across the stage and wrestling on the stage and throwing gummy bears and all this crazy shit. At the end of the match is when you can see the change in Devin. And he's like, sorry, guys, I know you just wanted us to arm wrestle. Yeah, this isn't what you came for. Well, you know what I mean? But in the moment, he's just, whoa, just.
But you can tell that's him, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can tell that's him.
I know.
And I mean, I guess he's a young guy and he's trying to find who he is. So he's just gravitating toward, the thing that's closest to him, which is his dad.
Well, it's your most, it's
it's understandable, but it's just like, dude, you don't have that track record yet to be acting like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you don't have what he has yet.
But on the same note, his dad has sold that character.
Yeah.
And it worked. And it's already worked for his son.
But we have to understand that Devin was not always that.
But it already worked for his son, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like when I was in line at East First West in Orlando, there were young dudes in line all waiting to meet Auden. Just talking about it. I couldn't even believe what I was hearing.
And they don't even arm wrestle.
Yeah, they don't even arm wrestle. So they're like, yeah, I'm just here to get on a table with Auden. And I'm like, do you guys arm wrestle?
Yeah.
I was kidding. It's like my first time. I'm like,
wow. All right. Welcome.
TikTok's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok's really crazy. It's funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok, now that we've worked through the event, I wanted to bring up Sean Boom Hancock's video with the guy at the IFA Nationals.
Oh, the guy going nuts.
Oh gosh.
He's like drunk as hell.
Yeah.
He's grabbing,
doing this.
just being ridiculous, and how viral the video went. 2.4 million views.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
I'm gonna act a retard next time I go to
I just can't handle that. That's real, but it's like. Couldn't John versus Leonidas get 2.9 million views?
Yeah, right.
Oh, no, because nobody knows what that is.
I know, it's so magical.
Yeah.
But that silly video of Boom telling him he'll throw him out the back door, essentially, and the guy's acting a fool and then losing over and over again, which the losing part is wonderful to watch.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's got a hold of that guy and said, hey, man, your antics were ridiculous. Look. And
he's like, this is my first term, man.
Yeah, I don't even. I can't be an arm wrestler. There's no way.
Yeah.
He had to have just wandered in.
Yeah.
You saw a compilation of Devin.
It was like,
this is what you do.
I think he was literally in Vegas visiting. Saw there was an arm wrestling tournament. He's drunk and wandered in and
just lost all his money at fucking blackjack.
Yeah.
Let me break my arm now.
Yeah. He's like, I never lost. I really think that's what happened. And they were really nice with him. But the fact that videos like that go so viral, there is a wild secret sauce in the video realm.
It's called luck.
No.
It's called luck and chance.
It's very simple. You have, all you got to do is make title. Drunk guy arm wrestles. Almost gets thrown out. Everybody's going to, what do you mean?
I think the title that they went with was What Not to Do in Arm Wrestling.
Yeah, which is
What
good.
Not to Do in Arm Wrestling.
Yeah, that's what they did. That was the title of the video.
Yeah.
And
they cut it up well.
But it is like you're waiting for the guy to throw punches the whole time. So there's this level of
anticipation.
Yeah,
so they clipped it up. They didn't just put the whole thing.
No. They did it.
Yeah, that's how you do it. And that's on TikTok. I mean, I'm telling you. All of these other social media platforms are not it. TikTok.
The monster.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it's short, right? It's fast.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just that's where people, I don't even want to get into this whole thing, but TikTok knows how to market videos to people.
Yeah.
Their algorithm is the best out of anyone.
Do you think, because like if we look at TikTok, let's pretend we started further than YouTube, but let's go with YouTube to TikTok. The time frame is like, or even Instagram to TikTok. TikTok is shorter, right? Everything's really 100%. Short. Do you think
what do you mean?
Get even shorter?
No, it's not short. It's not short. That's why TikTok is popular. Yeah. Because people like watching longer form content.
What is longer form?
Like 3 minutes, but broken up into a 3-minute video. It's like let me think. I would say like a 70-minute video broken up into like 10 parts. Yeah. That's what TikTok is. So it's like you're watching a 7-minute video, but there's 10 parts of it. So you're watching 7 minutes. Holy shit.
And then it's like,
all the way through what's the next thing? And you're like, part 2. And then it keeps going. And then it's, part 3. And sometimes the next part's not up yet. So you're just like, fuck. And you subscribe to these channels because you're like, I want to know what happens to that family that this dude went and killed, or whatever. Like,
man, that sounds crazy.
That's what TikTok is.
Time vampire.
Yeah, it sucks your time. Yeah. But they all do.
Yeah, they all do. They all do.
TikTok is much more interesting. It's more accessible. They care more about both sides, not just the people watching, but the creators. which most social medias don't.
This is the most positive conversation about TikTok I've ever
had. It's because people don't look at it through that lens.
No.
It's like
we utilize it.
Yeah, the Chinese, when it comes to like digital applications, they know how to make these things popular.
Look what they did with Marvel Rebels.
Dude,
like NetEase.
100%. Yeah, NetEase and Tencent, like that. Yeah. Like those companies know how to keep people engaged, and they don't do it in like a vampiric way.
I wonder if they have AI helping them make 100%. Those decisions.
Yes.
That's why they're so 100%. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys see that the F-47 released today?
The F-47. What the hell is the F-47?
Trump just announced the newest fighter jet.
F-47?
And they named it the F-47.
I need to see this.
And it is the only fighter jet of its kind. It's a Tier 6. It's super, super nutty, and it is the first one to release drones.
Whoa.
Any amount of them.
Like this looks sick.
It's fully stealth.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That shit is nutty.
That looks crazy.
The contract got picked up by Boeing.
Yep.
They went through he did a whole announcement about it today. Brought all the generals out.
Whoa.
It's a special beast. And then he said there are a couple of our allies that already want to purchase them. And we're going to tone them down about 10% before we sell them in case they become our enemies.
Yeah.
I was like,
smart.
Okay.
Smart.
You keep it honest. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. We're going to put a governor on it. But yeah, Mach 2.
Wow. What the?
Yeah, most maneuverable, everything. It's super crazy. But that's nuts. Seeing a president talk about this weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know how. He's the 47th president, right?
Yeah.
And that's why they called it the F-47.
Wow.
Crazy. I'm like, only you go. It's crazy. But getting him to come, having a president that comes out and says, look at this instrument of war we've just made.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Can't we as patriots in life?
Yes.
I don't care if you like Trump, hate Trump, whatever side you stand on. But we all wouldn't want to get behind having the baddest jet in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Baddest everything.
Yeah, because the biggest threat to life would be, as an infantry soldier in war, and I would know, because I watched the enemy fight against an Apache, and when the Apache came in and we were pinned down, everyone's dead.
Yeah.
It's not it is fucking tracking people, and erasing lives.
Yeah.
I want no part of a battlefield where they have superior air power that comes in.
Yeah. Which now, that's a big problem. Yeah. Because everybody's using drones.
Well, here comes drone.
Now we got the plane that drops the drones above the drones. We got space drones.
It's going to be
drones on drones.
Yeah. Interesting side announcement today.
Yeah. No, I think we should have more side announcements.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one more side announcement.
Oh, yeah.
I said I wanted to bring this up before we started.
Yeah.
I just want to encourage athletes. All of us are athletes here. All of us have spent time in a sauna. And a lot of you guys probably do too. What I wanted to encourage was when you get into the sauna to take your headphones off and put your phone in your pocket. As I walked into the sauna today, there was a much elderly man, probably 90, and he was in the sauna sweating it up with all of us. And he was just looking at everybody all on their phones. And I was like, how's your day going? And he's like, I'm so happy you said something to me, because as you get older, you become invisible. It's like becoming fat. And I just started laughing. But he brought to my mind how many times I've sat in there with my headphones on and on my phone, I just do my scrolling. But that's community. Yeah. And finding moments to be a part of your community is fleeting in today's world. How unneighborly people are.
Oh, for sure.
Makes me want to move out of my neighborhood.
It's crazy.
Makes me want to sell my house and move to a different neighborhood.
But it's almost like no matter where you go, it's just kind of the way it is.
I know.
You'll definitely feel it. For sure. I mean, living in New York, I felt it hard. So
that's a whole nother level, right?
Yeah.
So we're meeting the trickle down of that. Yeah. Because any big city living, no one's even talking to each other.
It's crazy. I had two women who literally went to my gym who lived on my floor and would not even look at me.
Right.
Avoid you.
Yeah. So I'm just weird. I'm the strongest person on this floor.
Yeah.
You want to be talking to me.
Yeah, you want to know.
I'll help you.
Yeah.
It's,
but that's our society.
It is. Society's weird, man. Yeah. I'm the guy that, my wife will always tell the story when I first met her. and we really started seriously dating, I started going to her house more often. I would make friends with everybody that was around on her street, and she never did that. Actually, the neighbor across the street hated her because she had this mobile mechanic come by to change her oil, and the dude changed the oil and let the oil out all over the grass of the guy's yard. So she's like, but Trey comes in and he just talks to the guy across the street. I'm like, yeah, he's a dude. I'm a dude.
That's cool.
He's a human being.
Don't worry about it. Like, yeah,
exactly.
we're going to talk. I'm going to say hi. You might not like me, and then we probably won't talk again. Exactly. It's okay. It's not going to stop me from saying hi. Yeah. But in my neighborhood now, it's like that. And I'm like, my garage is always up. I'm in there working out.
Yeah, me too.
And people are walking by. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And some people be like, hey, what's going on? Most people don't even look.
None.
Don't even look.
They don't even turn their head.
Yeah. And you're like,
I've had them look at what's happening in the garage. Yeah. I thought they were looking at me, and I'm like, hey. Yeah. And then they just turned their head and kept walking. I'm like, are y'all crazy? Yeah. I want to run up on them.
Yes. And be like, hey,
I don't want to beat their ass.
Neighbor.
But I would be like, hi, I'm Dustin.
Yeah. How you?
Yeah. I know you were just looking at my garage. I don't know if you saw me. I was like waving at you. It's a Waldo thing. It's a message. But I'm Waldo. I'm here. Yeah. Be my friend.
Yeah. It's like that everywhere. And I think that's we talk about all the time when it comes to going to these events. It's more about the after pool, to be completely honest, because we go and talk.
Guys, I can't say that enough.
Yeah, like that.
That's the
after pool is the best part. Yeah, we go to talk to everybody, maybe from different walks of life, but in this game, we all kind of have the same thought process.
Yes.
And when we're talking to each other, trying to figure out things on the table, having a beer with each other,
everything else,
everything.
It's the
and
most
then you're like,
thing.
Will you go and leave, and maybe you'll go to some club, or you'll go to some restaurant, or you go and hang out someplace. Go.
It happens all the time.
I don't know. It's like you guys have a lot in common, and I think a lot more people need more friends.
Yeah. A shout out to Tim. Something Tim's doing. I hit up Barra Lewis.
Yep.
And I said to him, I was like, man, I'd love to go with you guys to one of these things, because they go to events. Yeah. Tim's typically hosting or reffing, something like that. But he brings out Steve, he brings out Luis, and they go to the beach and they take photos and they do some man stuff together as a squad.
Yeah.
That is so sick.
Yeah, they have that company, and Tim brought them into this company, gave them, positions and doing their thing. But he is doing more than just running a business. He's like, these are my friends.
Yeah.
And my friends trust me, and we're going to do stuff together. That's how we do it.
Yeah. That's how it should be.
That's how you do it. Yeah. Grow
it's
that friend.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. But you're right. You're right. People, going to a public gym, talk to the people around you, man. You see them every single day.
Make a little eye contact. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's all right. You won't
yes. I think a big part of this is a byproduct of COVID.
Yeah,
because people didn't go out for so long, and now they go to the gym and don't know how to be. Especially people who were like 17, 18, or maybe even 19 and 20 when COVID happened, or maybe it's even 21, 22, where you're like extremely social, our time frame. But now they don't know. They got stymied and they don't know how to be, and now they're just look like creeps in the gym. And girls don't want to acknowledge anyone that's looking at them because everybody's predatorial, which isn't real.
Which is crazy because you have a camera on you. So that means you actually want people to be looking at you.
Right. It's so hard,
Right.
My brain's going to blow up.
It is. It's the craziest situation ever. It's like, why are you coming up and talk to me? Talk to me on my YouTube channel.
Crazy.
That's crazy. And
here's my OnlyFans.
Yeah, here's my OnlyFans. Whoa, what?
You want to DM me?
Yeah. Even still, the kids, you see them and they look like they want to be antisocial. Guaranteed, you go up and try to strike up a conversation with them, they will talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
They'll be like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Yeah. No, I'm just working on, and it's not that people don't want to. It's like you said, they just don't have the skills.
Yeah, there's a skill set that went away.
Looking at your phone all day long. And we do it too, but we grew up during the .com era. Man.
Oh, yeah.
We grew up when
playing fucking
so we were
fucking
beating each other with sticks for the entire day.
Yes.
And then we'd go home and I would play video games on my computer. and then I go out at night, and then I come back home, and
or you talk on the phone.
Yeah. And we lived in a time
talking on the phone. And then we had
a house phone, right? You'd have the cord. Your dad would pick up the line and be like, it's bedtime.
You need to go to bed. Like, damn.
I'm sorry. Hey, girl.
Yeah. No privacy ever. You know?
What a time, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But we also, I lost the thought that I had. Because we also grew up at a time where it was okay to tell someone they were weird.
Yeah. 100%.
Like,
why are you being weird?
Get the weird off you. Let me knock that shit off you. Get you right. Like, people you looked up to could be other peers. And you could, like the way they do things, and finally they talk to you, you breach the gap, and they get you unweird, and society kind of moved forward where now, like you were saying earlier,
it's like culture just be fucking weird.
It's like, no, straighten them out though, because then you get in trouble.
It's like, you got to be in society. You got to be around other people. Let's knock off some of that weird.
Because society is cool. It's okay. Cool. Yeah, that's how we innovate. That's how we grow. We don't all curl up inside and just wonder what everyone thinks. We can talk about it.
Right now. Talk about it. I think it was COVID. Man, COVID was such a,
derailer.
Man.
Yeah.
It was the crazy, and once again, we lived through 9/11. You actually
but you guys had easy COVID.
You guys had easy COVID.
I get it.
I had what the fuck?
There were body bags in the street.
Dude, motherfuckers were like, there was a guy who lived in my building, older man, who had triple mask. And if you didn't have a mask on, this motherfucker would be like, where's your mask?
Get up on you.
I'd be like, dude, I'm healthy. What do you, where's your mask? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Not
if it was up your ass,
it's not here. But this is the level of insanity that you're dealing with.
I remember gaming with a girl that I used to play with all the time, and she sent me a photo out her back window in New York, and they were loading bodies into ice trucks in body bags. And I was like, what's going on? She's like, dude, people are dying everywhere, man. I'm like, because they all live on top of each other. And people got sick and they got fucked up over there. But we all just kind of lived life.
Oh, no, we didn't live life.
I mean,
It was fucking weird.
It wasn't that life, but it was, they're in the division.
They're literally in the division. But, just the fallout from it's just crazy. I don't know. It's life-changing. But yeah, get out, talk to people. You're at the gym with the same people every day, every week. Talk to them, you never know, as whack as it may sound, is your effect on somebody else's day. That's important, right? we all hit a low point and it'll make cool something just like, what's up, man? No, we're good. Let's hit these weights. You know what? Yep, because I wasn't about to hit that set.
I spot a random all the time. Especially if you're jacked in the gym. Go spot a random. They'll be so stoked.
They'll be so happy.
Oh man, thanks, man. That's great.
That guy with great arms just fucking talks.
And now he fucking daps you every time he sees you. I got a 45-year-old millionaire that every time he sees me, he's like, my man. I love that guy. He talks to me about stocks and bonds. I'm like, damn, what's the coin today? He's like, let me put you on something. Let's hit the sauna, boy. We'll talk for a half hour before we die. You'll give me everything.
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. But all right. I think we're good. 7-11. All right. That's it.
That's a lot of content.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good. There's a lot of goodies in there.
There is.